Howdy! How's everyone doing? Ramen and D, hello! Art and music, that is so poggers. I hope that things are going well for both of you. Are you excited for Rise from the Ashes? I remember very little. Oh, let me murder Spotify. It's going well? I'm glad. Oh, Josh?
Well, hey, howdy, hey, would you look at that Peach 19 mischief?
Peachka 19 Mischief. Ooh. Thank you for continuing the subscription, what the hell? We will force you to finally fully experience Rise from the Ashes, but not tonight, because it's gonna be long. Alright. Okay, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous because I remember the least from this case, which means that I am likely to do quite poorly. I feel like I've been carried through by my general knowledge of the previous cases so far, and they might not save me. I'll be here for it because my lazy ass will not play it for sure. Love that. So it's going to renew soon as well. Pog? I hope the time zone change isn't rough for anyone. I think later is better for most people, so hopefully it's good. I considered starting an hour early in my time so it would stay the same for people who didn't have a daylight savings change, but I thought an hour later would probably be good for most people. I'm not gonna get any penalties. You're manifesting it. You might be jinxing it, but we'll see. It's okay. Penalties aren't the end of the world. They're just a little bit embarrassing. Anyway, episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Clock. Let's go. It's dark at 6? What the hell? It's not supposed to be dark till like 9 PM. We're in Australia. Cruel. Oh wow, we really start with a whole stabbing, huh? This is cool as hell. Ugh. Him. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Maya leaves and Phoenix just rots on his couch. Oh, he needs siblings. Alright. February 22, 10:02 AM, Red and Co. Law Offices. He's moping so hard. He needs weird little girls for his energy. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow! Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are a coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Godzilla, hi! Howdy! And also he's finally grieving the loss of Mia because Maya finally left and now he has no Faye to distract him. Head in my hands! That's okay. New weird little girl. It's gonna be fine. Emma doesn't see gender. She doesn't have any gender. What? You're non-binary? Like you don't have any binary? That is so cool. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case. Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. The gender fluid, luminal. Love that. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. I know, her change in demeanor. Oof. The way he sees Maya? No! No. Naya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? He really misses them. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of, jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position though? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. Just like Maya. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. She would use something else. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. You promised her I'd bring Mia Faye, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. Well, I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Phoenix says, knowing full well that goes against every part of his approach to cases. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. I'm also wondering that, Dee. I wonder if it gets explained and I've forgotten. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be clear. Your sister? Hi, Tiki! Emma, my beloved. I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Faye person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. And on that note, let's go to the detention center. Oh my god, they were schoolmates. February 22, detention center, visitors room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, Understood, ma'am. What was that about? Queen shit? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. Phoenix just took on the big bro role even though he just knew Emma like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, it's in his nature. Beloved. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Found out about Lana sitting on the chair backwards. I'm fairly sure these chairs spin, right? She's just doing this for the flair of it all. Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? She's the prosecutor, Phoenix. Two sisters. One a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start. Which is? The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21 at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. In the prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means... the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Uh-huh. Well, you see, I only have eyes for one prosecutor. In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? Yuri, that is so fucking good, it's unreal. She's so pretty, and Emma's so cute. A few years above her? Emma told you that, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Sorry, Lana, the only prosecutor I can recognize the benchmark. Yeah. I think he might pluck Winston, maybe. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Although it seems he has very little in common with me. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Attracted, you should say. Live slug reaction. I should get a little live. You know what? Sorry. Let's fiddle for a second. We'll listen to really sad music, and I will Google live slug reaction. Images. Where's that? There we go. Great, it's like a teeny tiny image. That's exactly what we want. I've got a reaction. Let me save this in my little stream assets folder. OBS misc. Liveslug.jpg. OBS. Add image. Liveslug. Okay. Browse. Grab it from the little folder. Great! Put it over here. Live slug reaction! Now we can just turn that on and off whenever something gay happens. Sorry, where am I? Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. Intellectually! Okay, Emma. Okay, Emma. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. You considered being a historian? They're just girls being pals. Yeah, she hasn't come out yet, so she has to be a little bit, like, defensive about it, you know? Because, oh my god, what if people think she's gay? No one can know that she's gay, she's still in the closet. As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. Mana is such an integral part of Emma's character, like why did they never mention her in any other games that Emma is in? The problem is that Ace Attorney 4 is like so committed to not being a sequel, you know? And so then all of the other games are also like, well, we can't build on anything that happens in the trilogy because we pretended that it didn't exist when we released Ace Attorney 4. Which is fine. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I don't think Ace Attorney 4 was the downfall, it was more of Ace Attorney 5. Yeah. Like, I mean, I like a lot of Ace Attorney 4. I have gripes with a lot of Ace Attorney 4. But yeah, then afterwards it really doesn't do very well. Yes! If Ace Attorney 4 had a good sequel, it could have been excellent, but it did not get a good sequel. I hate Ace Attorney's no spoiler older games policy because they could do so much with it, right? Right? Can you imagine if DGS2 was like, haha, no spoilers for DGS1? It would suck. Anyway. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Anything to say to Emma? No. Can I show her my badge? Yes. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analysed it. Scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Alright. Let's go to the parking lot. And before we investigate the parking lot, I can hear my little puppy whining because he needs to go to the toilet. Give me 1 second. Dog fixed, Pog. February 22, prosecutor's office. Underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone! Keep up the good work! Hey! What are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Who's this? Is it... could it be? Hey there! You expect... oh, it's him! You expect him to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Sir. Sir! Sir! Oh my god, the theme. The theme! The theme! Cowboy. Beloved. Beloved! Yeehaw! What do we have here? Looks like a bambino got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Hope's gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. I wanna be a cowboy, baby! Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambino. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. Can you do a country accent? I cannot. I wish I could do any accent. If I could, I would do all of them. I don't even know what accents sound like. 31.02% clear-headed ramen. Ooh. Where am I? If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambino. Was that, a hombre, a friend of yours? Kind of? Sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Wallet? Free money? Phoenix hasn't had a case in 2 months. Please help him pay his rent. What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? It sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I think Edgeworth's possible pay probably sustained him for a while. You are so smart. You are so smart and clever and right. I'm called to duty already and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. I am not in control. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Yeah, Emma, I know! From the back of the receipt. Now, let's start examining, from every angle. Oh, not as smooth as DGS, but that's okay. Oh, look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of the A button. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? Science. The process of picking things up and looking at them. I guess. But I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Ladder? Ladder? A ladder? Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Just like deduction, pointing at things and stating the obvious, a la chance. Yeah! His influence. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade. Facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. That was a whole ladder style thing in DGS? Yeah, with the spades, right? It's a shovel, it's a spade. God bless. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Or spoons. Here, fine! Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! Oh, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Yes? Slide! Pog. Oh my god, whose hideous, ostentatious, ugly-ass red car could this be? You never know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is? Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Cringe prosecutor in the fail car. Sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary.
Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car?
The gun's the hood. Face car. Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh?
Please.
No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the salon, to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a service you like. Prospector's office? What does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter?
Note to self. Look up Vittles, Saloon, Sylvester.
Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. The salon on the 12th floor. Xavier goes there every day. He would. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great.
Great. Maybe there are some clothes around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
Excuse me? Is this her?
Were you two all set?
Us? It is her! Women, 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 women. What's this? She couldn't be.
You're selling lunches? Here? This is the crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers?
I feel like someone on team just wanted to draw food, and they did such a good job.
No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Oh, well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over.
Cough-up?
Huh? My days as the throat goat. The OG throat goat, haven't you heard?
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch.
I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say.
Yes, all the sordid secret. Roman, what have you got? What are your little percentages? How you doing?
Secret? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective.
What?
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, cough up queen, tell us what happened.
The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels.
Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Custom skin under 31%. You're so close. You're so close. I believe in you. 0.01. It hurts. Spain without the S. Painting without the ting.
Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon.
Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason?
You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity.
Evil ones?
Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors.
What a farce. So, she's saying
There was some sort of prosecutor's convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew! Angel, my angel! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, it was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really?
Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors.
It's been raining for the whole day since last night. I'm loving the vibes, but doing work while hearing rain is difficult.
The rain vibes are so good. I'm a bit happy that we're going into winter, even though I don't like the cold, because there's gonna be so much rain! IRL lo-fi vibes.
I hope you're able to get your work done.
So, what exactly was it you witnessed, mister?
It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see, Lana Sky willed that knife, sir. Andre! Thank you, D. What a good.
You like the icons? I'm glad. They were fun to put together. I'm not happy with Stretch, but I couldn't think of a better way, so that's fine. I liked drawing the world's smallest Sherlock.
I had a channel points icons finally. Okay. Ah, thank you for the head pats, Robin. Thank you. Thank you. What the hell? A stretchy dough for Stretch? You are so wise. I'll put that together tonight then. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife.
Wait a second, you know Lana Sky?
Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light.
Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Could we ask you a bit about yourself, mister? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win.
I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor.
Anyway, I came here every day to sell lunches.
The explanation for making bento boxes in America? Yeah.
My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? The security room over there. The glasswood booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him.
Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here.
Useful analysis. Not.
Phoenix, you are such a bitch sometimes.
And did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility.
Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder.
I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past?
That could be a short course of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cop-up queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Why not? About this card.
Lunchline vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady? Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked?
Oh, Phoenix, it's because you are always being mocked.
Okay. Can I examine anything else? Wait, can I go to the prosecutor's room yet? I can. 1202, the High Prosecutor's Office, you say? I wonder whose garish, ostentatious office this could be with the custom red and blue chess set. February 22, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really.
Thanks. Yeah, the steel samurai figurine, the weird fancy dress shirt framed on the wall for some reason. 2 tea sets. I think that plant pot has a cravat on it. Thanks.
Oh, look! There's a trophy or something here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Phoenix, right. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere? Oh, who's this cringe-ass loser?
Well, of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and...
Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here,
Hey! Don't blame me.
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
That would be my car. What of it? I love this pain smile sprite. It's really good. He is so cringe and fail. My cringe prosecutor in his fail office with his fail car. Please keep insulting Edgeworth. He needs to be humbled. He does. Look at him. He thought this was appropriate? Unbelievable. That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream.
Miles. I love him.
So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him.
Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
No, that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. His old suit. Tragic. Why is it always Edgeworth's first instinct to admit to the crime? It's the guilt. It's the crippling, crushing guilt complex. Hope that helps. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. to think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? Fuck. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? You will confess to any crimes at the drop of a hat, but will never confess any unnecessary feelings to Phoenix? That's also the crushing guilt complex. Hope this helps. The body has a smell, doesn't it? I mean, shouldn't you have smelled that? I don't know. I wonder if it's fresh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know a lot about corpses. Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. DL6 jump scare! However, there are some who say I am the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. You think it's funny, right? I do too. But it lives its whole life. So you have to take it seriously eventually, right? Treat it respectful and shit. I think it can prosecuting in the courts for awards. Has everyone seen the Tubers post? Sorry if that was nonsense. It's in my brain 24/7. This is about as bad as the PNG jump scares in DGS. Yeah! You can't just throw DL6 at us. They think it's funny. Twice? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
Aw, he buys knives that match his suit. To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. The murder weapon that he was just carrying on him for some fucking reason. Usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Miles, darling, I love the commitment to the bit. Yeah. What do you have? A knife. No! Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't you take a joke? About murder, Phoenix! You have a strange sense of humour, Mr. Wright. Get him, Emma. He needs a weird little girl to keep him in check. Where do we even start? Let's just go left to right. We'll start with the couch.
Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I thought only I did that.
I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams.
You write fanfics, Emma. I think her little crush on him is really cute. We've all been 16 and had like a weird crush on some random man, right?
cool?
Sofa hair is cool? It's only cool when Miles does it, Phoenix. When you do it, which is every day, it's cringe. Hope this helps. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King? King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So?
So that K, that's... K stands for king?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. He's such a weirdo. Asterisk, mumbles, asterisk, good prosecutors.
King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better.
King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record. Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors at the PD on the day of the murder.
Hey, Miles? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, what the fuck is this? Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jackets, right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this.
My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
Oh, back jump scare! Ah! I've never seen him wear it, so didn't you have a whole scrapbook worth of his photos? Yeah, but he didn't see males wear it in person by the time he graduated law school. I don't know. Phoenix has to play it cool sometimes. He's known Emma for like half an hour and she already doesn't think he's cool. Can you imagine the irreparable damage to his reputation if he explains how into Edgeworth he is? I don't think so. Miles' desk. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
30.94, hell yeah, baby! Proud of you. Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Why are there so many jump scares?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you.
Hey, a chessboard!
I'm not too up on my chest, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn, his head is kind of spiky.
Kind of reminds me of you.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. No, it's nothing.
Ah, Ronnie! What the hell?
Pogu Peach 19 Poggies.
Pogu Peach 19 Poggies. Yeah, we got Slug right now. We're looking at Miles' custom-made chess set that is literally just him and Phoenix. That's live slug-worthy. Alright, what else have we got here? Anyway, thank you for resubscribing, Ronnie. What the fuck? I'll kill you.
Oh, cute! What a pretty tea set!
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. Kiss, kiss, love you!
Enjoy lurking.
They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Okay, is that everything? Oh, his books.
Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Strange. Why did I just pick Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely.
He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. I can't look at the ladder. Okay. Was there anything important in here? We got the things that I care about. Gumshoe jump scare. Out the window. Cool.
Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
That's handy to know. Oh! I can examine the badge. Pog, it's got my little number on it.
So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin.
Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
No, I'd be found out right away. If, well...
Well, that's no fun.
Phoenix badge. How does it fasten? Anyway. Nothing I can expect. Inspect on the back. He has a little hole in his suit, I think. Aww.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
A little magnet or a little spray bit on the other side? Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I've just never seen one with like a screw, you know? I'm used to the little brooches that have like almost like an earring backing, but it's like a pin. I don't know. Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
We can examine now!
It is, for real. Whole new game.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now that's a scary thought. Okay. And then there's this one. Fruit peeling? Edgeworth? Fruit? No, it can't be.
Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here.
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times.
Von Karma.
I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. About that, Emma. Foreigner from the country of Europe. Okay, anyway. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Emma, we want him dead! For real. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
But Mr. Wright!
Huh? What?
Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty.
If she says any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense.
especially with you.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
No, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow.
Music? Oh my god, what the hell?
Peach 19 Mischief.
Ah! Thank you for resubscribing, what? How you doing?
Wait, let me add a little music circle. There we go. I'm good, how are you? I hope you are pogging. So many resubs, yeah. It must be around the time that I first hit affiliate. Of course! Mizu does really cute art. In this house we support our favorite attorneys. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's stupid line. Alright. Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna try presenting this to him even though I know that he did this. So, oh, okay. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown.
You've been there, haven't you?
Where Detective Gumshoe works.
Yeah. His trilogy sprites are so cute! I love him, I love him, I love him.
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
There we go.
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors.
And that's when you got the shield.
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence.
He places little faith in his memory, huh? I wonder why that might be. I wonder what events in his past and in his life would cause him to not trust his own memory.
Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot, entered lot at 5:12 p.m.
This is the parking stub from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back?
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
Meekins! Oh my god.
Excuse me? Is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
Yes, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
Report? What? Do you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
It's a pause by trying to yell at you for that one Riot's comment. Sorry, Ramen. I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
The Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins.
Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month.
Oh, sir, I just didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. I really like Meekins.
I like that his art style is just completely different to everyone else's.
Right. Yes, sir? Oh, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. I want to poke Edgeworth between the eyebrows so bad. I want to give him little scratches, like Tony always draws Phoenix doing. I don't want to leave him frowning! It'll be okay, Edgeworth. How do I get that? Do I go through? Yes. February 22. Police Department. Entrance.
Well, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. He's just a little guy. He's just a little kitty cat guy. Ooh. Cat boy Edgeworth.
The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Huh? Hold on, what's that?
Making fun of him like a bastard cat? Yeah, that too.
Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Yesterday I was sorting my image gallery and apparently there's an option to sort by person. My phone recognized Edgeworth as a person from almost heard of Justice screenshots. That is so delightful. He's a real guy. He's just a person.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the blue badger.
Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal! What are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Wow.
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
I don't even know where the badger part came from. That doesn't even look like a badger. I hadn't considered it. But you are so right.
Gumshoe, our friend Gumshoe!
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Sanaskai's sister.
Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister. Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. It kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then, what happened?
I know things are busy right now.
I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? Sorry, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman is in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal!
Can I present evidence to you?
Found Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Shrimp check!
I am shrimping a little bit.
Everybody unshrimp. And stretch. Alright, let me do a big stretch. Thank you, Dee. Alright, I am stretched. I am unshrimped.
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield?
And why is it broken? There's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers?
It must be because of the rumors. Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, Phil, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it in to the police. People like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman. He's the victim! That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think that's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he had handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is the Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Stop showing me DO6. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but they were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. I got him. Okay, probably not worth showing him any of that. Let's see if... We can't go inside? We just get to talk to Gumshoe. Can I examine the badger? I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe. The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
Battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops.
Blue Badger panel added to the court record. A work of art, planned by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. That's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction added to the court record. Allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. Thank you, Gumshoe.
I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Thanks for giving us advice on how to break into a crime scene, Mr. Gumshoe. February 22. Prosecutor's Office. Underground parking lot. Everyone say thank you, Gumshoe. Thank you, Gumshoe.
Looks like the investigation is still going. Who have we got here? No clue. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. Is it Marshall? I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Marshall talking to Angel. Okay.
I was confused by the question marks. We've met them. We should know their voices. Hi, Dre! Thank you, Godzilla. Water, drink. I drank my water. What? Again? Thank you, D. And a stretch. Alright, big stretch. And one from ramen. Thank you, ramen. Okay, I'm good. I'm watered. 3 times the charm, and I didn't choke or die, so we are pogging. Let's go. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its heart. Doggy? Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. You love to see your girl boss winning. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. Old grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the devil's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I want you fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cowdog. You holding a birthday party or something? Huh?
Alex, hi! Hello!
Look, it should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in, then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny, that's the hood man. God, he reminds me of Godot.
Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land.
Yes, but I do not care. Let's go.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded.
Did his letter of invitation mean so little to you, Phoenix?
Cruelty. Alright. I feel like we did have a bit of a look here. Are we allowed to go further in? No. Okay. We're just allowed to have more of a look here. Do you think this is why Gumshoe hasn't been let out of the basement? This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Phoenix, I can't believe you disrespect our favorite himbo like that. Unbelievable, honestly. Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. And it just screams I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. I should know, I've been living off the wages. What if there was something oh, it's the A.
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I could dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here, huh? Hop over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Okay. B block is through that. That's where visitors park.
I can see the lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. I'm so glad we get Marshall's theme for this. It sounds so good.
This rope, is it?
Yep. We laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Come on, Phoenix. Maya would. How quickly you forget. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Oh, something's written on it.
Alright, let's see. 67S122.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Am I allowed to examine this one? No? This is the only one I can't rotate? Of course it is. Deductive Shams, I see him everywhere I go. I miss him. I need to get a little Shams PNG that I can just put on my stream.
Oh, look, a door!
Oh, Sherlock! Thank you, D. Which number do I have him set to? This one? No, this one.
There he is! Beloved! I miss him so much, it's unreal. I'm sorry, I am sorry. I have to look at him. I just care him so much. The real Sherlock Holmes! No, just the book character. Or, sorry, I'm having a stroke right now. Like a web pea? Perish. Die. Perish. Unbelievable. Homophobia. What is even the- I feel like I'm seeing web peas everywhere now. Why? What is the purpose? Why are they doing this? Set up a fridge thing like Tony does? I just need a guy. Is this not transparent? I'm having a stroke, I'm so sorry. This is taking like 4 times longer than I expected it to. Web pea. All my homies hate web pea. Oh my god, he's huge. I just need him here for a minute. He won't stay for long. I just need him here for a little bit. I'm sure you guys understand. It's what he deserves. Alright, sorry. Look, a door! This must mean something. Kissing him on the mouth for real. I love him. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. Ah, Mr. Wright, hello. Who the fuck are you? I wish. What I wouldn't give to see Sherlock and Wright interact. Oh my god. They are so... I just want to watch Sherlock interact with everyone because he is the funniest bitch alive. Oh, it won't open. Mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Phoenix is the Sherlock denier, Sherlock Holmes II. You're right. Which I think would only make it even funnier if Sherlock somehow time traveled and they met. He's not a Sherlock denier, okay? He just read the fan translation instead of the official localization. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of dual purpose? Aha! The theory of relativity! What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright! Maybe, you know, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? She is so cute, I love her. Okay, am I missing anything? Anything hiding behind Sherlock? Barrels. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy! I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm suspicious. There's something behind my head. Can I get to it? I can't stop staring at Sholmes. I'm just imagining Phoenix seeing him in the corner of his eye. He's always there. Yeah! He just like... You glimpse him, you know when you've got those little floaties in your eye? This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. You can still hear his voice. Yeah. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right, let's check it out. Ooh. I'm not in control. God, I wish he'd go away. Rotation rights, plug. How do I open this bitch? Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. God, I wish he'd stay. Sherlock, I love you so much. Hey, check out mine.
It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids.
I wonder what kind of strap Miles has on his phone. See, look, everyone bullies Phoenix for carrying like an old-ass flip phone, but look at this! But he's not- it's common! Two types of people.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the phone calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
He's getting Zoomer-splained. Whatever, let's check this phone out.
Okay. Boomer? Whatever you say. Boomer?
Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self. A defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Bow, 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 bow. We are vibing. We are vibing so hard. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Ah, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ring tunes. Oh? That? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number.
Phoenix! You fucking moron!
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. Property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Oh. Alright. Is that everything from here then? I feel like it might be. In which case, we should probably go back to talk to Lana. But I thought it was funny that he said that Edgeworth won't know what- oh, he's gone. Misery! He left! Okay. In that case, let's go talk to Lana. Unless I can say anything to... I can talk to Marshall. Excellent. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Misery x CPR x Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
That is just Ace Attorney in general. Who... If you look at Amarin, Phoenix, and Marshall, Amber is Reese's Puffs. Is Marshall CPR? And Phoenix Misery?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Wow. You have feisty doggy there now. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. I saved Dick by giving it CPR. I feel like Miles is Misery in general. Yeah, we've all seen the DO6 animation, right? Animation's a strong word for it. It's a looping GIF to Misery x CPR. with Miles in handcuffs, and Phoenix and Maya at the back with Polly.
Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Goodman's autopsy report added to the court record. Death due to loss of blood. 1 knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
I mentioned the Mr. Shelms B&D in the corner is Mr. Shelms and you dual playing RFPA.
Yeah, we're hanging out. This is my boyfriend. I like to do like a collaborative stream with him. It's, you know, it's a little collab. It's kind of fun. You painted good as clouds? Proud of you. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So, there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot.
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
That was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really?
Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino?
So, why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail.
Be nice to him. It's important that you're nice to Gumshoe, otherwise I'll cry.
Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the Chief of Police. Just, he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation?
So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Something's up to something. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
Ah, thank you for the hydrate. I love you. Go away. You will be spoiled. I adore you. I love you. Have a good night. Thank you for hydrate. I am drinking water. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? Posture check.
I was shrimping again. That's on me.
Everybody sit up straight. Back straight. It's the only straight thing we do around here. Okay. I am unshrimped. Thank you, Alex. And stretch. Oh my gosh, we are doing all of the self-care. All right. Okay. Big stretch as well.
Wait. Joy. Joy. I'm experiencing happiness. Where are we?
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person.
Thank you for the head pat, Steve.
Wait a fucking minute. Where's my goddamn... Here. Where's the... No, it's behind him! Oh my god, and I can't fix it fast enough. It's okay, I'll just do it again. It's no big deal. Joy. Happiness. I should put that back on me though. Is that correct? No. No. There we go. Beloved. But there are off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person?
Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambino. Chief Prospect Alana Sky.
What? My sister? Sorry.
Let me, it's the exclamation point, isn't it?
There you go.
Released from jail. Hug. Thank you. Beloved. Alright.
Okay. What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, and everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime.
She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
Phoenix, you're such a good boy and I love you. It's the Seal Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show? For kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. The detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Yes, I would like to save, please.
Okay, and now we are doing trial former. And we know how Shams is with trials. He likes his beauty sleep, it's important.
First part done already, Pog.
We are pogging.
Okay.
Let's go.
February 23, 9:34 a.m.
District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Goodbye, Mr. Shams. I hope Iris pulls hotty on you when you wake up.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of grey areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
She looks so good, right?
Ooh.
She's so pretty.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
A defense attorney should never believe their client.
Huh? Huh?
The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Believe the defendant is guilty. Clearly, yes, you are a prosecutor. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's trying to bail me out this time. Oh, Mia! Mia! Oh. I'll be alone in there. So, I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Mia and Lana's breakup was definitely messy. Yeah, God bless.
February 23, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh my god, we get to see Edgeworth.
Yes! Beloved. She was a defense attorney, she was a prosecutor. Can I make it any more obvious? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. What? So why? What is... Stop it! Stop it! Get some help! Get some goddamn help! Huh. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Are we stopping here? I thought Niall shoot me. I want the jump scares to stop. Why are we at DL6 all the time? I don't want to be at DL6. DL6 was miserable. Well, DL6 was fucking poggers, but it was miserable. DL6 definitely my favorite case ever, but still. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Game ranking one of these days? We should do a little ranking. Probably after I finish it, because I don't remember half the cases. Mole! Mole! Hi Queen, how you doing? Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. Miles Edgeworth can shoot someone as a treat. Just a little. You try and say Miles and you just sent Mole? I think that's poggers. Including my DGS and AS and investigations. Then we will have to play investigations before I rank them. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. Thank you for the head pats, Tiki! I was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? So many head pats for me today! I'm so happy. They genuinely, they feel so good. I see the little animation, I'm like, haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks? The witness state her name and profession.
And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Like caviar, Phoenix. Listen.
Name. Profession. Now.
Me? My name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Bring it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Huh. I know who you are. Cough up.
Pop up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. A long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady?
If I may have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Witness's account. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
Said Morales, what I meant to say Edgeworth. You know, Niles Edgeworth, Spider-Man.
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy end tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Lana, no!
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
Oh, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, floors. How did you know that a day like this would come? Which boyfriend? How did you sense it? Will she say more mean things about the car? By garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's.
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
She's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her?
Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. And then she thrust the pointed tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Do we even have an autopsy report yet?
Oh, we do! Okay.
Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
So, name of the deceased was Bruce Goodman, 36 male. Died at February 21 between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. The cause of death was a loss of blood from a shaft wound. The wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. We have number. Okay. And we have the parking lot. And we have the knife. Okay, let's just nitpick everything. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
I felt that I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
Delivering a lunchbox.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg-salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps the chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
And she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Are you, as a man, aware of another man's vital organs?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we?
For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Just don't smile like that!
Okay. Which boyfriend? This boyfriend. He's the detective?
Not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Queen shit! Good for her.
Note to self. The judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something.
Okay. I think we press this one, yeah? You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It had felt like... how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means. Speaking of the detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
But it must be hard yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Okay, car... holding a knife. I feel like I've pressed on all the statements. Am I supposed to have evidence that contradicts? What day is this due to go? Ends at 5:12. So the murder had to happen, or rather this interaction had to happen after 5:12 p.m. and before 5:30 p.m. We know that Lana called Emma at 5:18, so we can assume it happened within like 5 minutes. He was in the trunk, and she was on B block side, and she killed him in the trunk, which is an Edgeworth Park, like forward facing. Edgeworth can't reverse parallel park. Wait, I can slide? Okay. She shouldn't have been able to see it, right? I don't feel confident in this though. Huh. What else have I got? What other leads do I have? We've got the memo, that's not relevant yet. I don't think there's anything in the autopsy report. The badge's not relevant yet. Trust my UT. I will trust my gut. I feel like I'm missing something is the only thing. So the chief prosecutor. It's me! Me and Faye! Believe in yourself. Okay, I'll believe in myself. Okay. Think crazy! Okay, I'm thinking crazy. You shouldn't have been able to see that she was holding a knife because you were over there. Ah! Fuck! This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. What exactly about evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Shit! Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. My first penalty. I told you guys I don't remember this one very well. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Emma has to spray me with luminol now. I respect it. Okay. In that case... Oh! Hydrate! Thank you. I will do that. Thank you, D. I take it that's the luminol. I will, instead of drinking, I'm simply gonna spray the water on my face. This was the try we took a break from. You were at this portion? Pog, we'll get through it then. Posture check, I am not shrimping. Nor what everyone else also be not shrimping.
Okay. Still, I feel like there's something about this. Do I have... I feel like I've pressed every statement. Maybe I missed one. Hang on. I feel like I pressed her on this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm imagining it. How did you know? No, I did. We did already have this. Enjoy your dinner, Dee! Press that one. Press this one because then she talked about all of her different boyfriends. Press that one, she talked about her intuition. I thought I pressed this one first. Maybe I didn't. No, by Garage Car you mean Mr. Edgeworth's. And then the knife was also Edgeworth's. Wait, hang on, that did trigger something here? What the hell? What is going on here? Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph. You took this.
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snapped. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor?
Think again.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Wow, this is most certainly the defendant.
Crime photo added to the court record. The moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Sky.
So, what was the defendant doing at the time?
Okay, now I've got new evidence. She doesn't look like she's holding a knife. It must be this, because by now I've definitely pressed on every statement, and we've got new evidence. One of the few Ace Attorney cases I know nothing about. Interesting. I think it's good. I'm glad you're experiencing it too. I think it's a good case. I think it's good and fun. Well, I think it's got a Poggo's plot. I remember there being a few really clunky moments, just in terms of like game mechanics, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll push through them. Pog! Music stopped. Hell yeah. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swallow lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. He is so mean to me. And how can you tell that? Okay, well, maybe you deserve to be mean too, Phoenix.
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
But it's a black and white photograph.
Ah yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Edgeworth is being a sassy boy today. He's a sassy boy every day, God bless.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. Except you.
Mr. Wright, you're gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Objection. No problem. I like the idea of Miles being like, you're a fucking idiot. And Phoenix is like, yeah, you're right.
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
He's either a sassy boy or a depressed boy, and there's no in between. You're right.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. He killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? He's overcompensating for the immense guilt. Yeah. Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Wow, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Hi, Dre. Thank you, Queen. Let me do that. There we go.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditated.
Cat parts! Thank you. Hi, Nautilus.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
Pray forgive my lateness.
Alright, what have we got? Okay, surely I can... How do I prove it wasn't premeditated? She used a random knife she found.
Early sending.
Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case?
Bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? This is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, I'm prosecuting bad people.
The defense has a request.
We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
Oh. Get him, Phoenix!
Order! Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Meet show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. This is scary.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? He was so proud of himself for that one. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
The prosecution can care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need proof. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been worrying?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now?
Oh my god, powers of deduction.
I see him everywhere.
Alright, Angel's deduction.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Well, there's a slip-up.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
Angel, you can shut about your deduction unless you're a Shams level.
No one gets to talk about deduction.
Every time the word deduction is said, he gets more powerful. The detective who must not be named. So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Alright. Where is it? She said... His theme echoes in the courtroom faintly. I wish. Players dreamily. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again and again. But according to the autopsy report, he had one knife wound.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
I like this sprite.
She's so pretty. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edward.
Look at that punk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
The judge is so dense.
He's so incompetent.
Oh. When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
And tell us what you saw. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. But if we look at the photo, she's not wearing it.
Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
Edgeworth, you are stealing my thunder!
What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there! A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Might just be the moment of truth.
Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a petition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I'd strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel's star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. No! Oh my god, I tried to delete. How do I... I'm having a fucking stroke. Sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Fully tried to delete a message and banned instead. That's on me. I'm so deeply sorry. Oh my fucking god. Sorry. Deleted that one for spoilers.
Like you like supplies to come to my RF5 addiction before class? Best of luck.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self.
Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
It's fine. I'm deeply so fucking sorry.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one.
A leopard woman around.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Okay. What have we got here? Apprehending the suspect. Angel that was gay. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. You just straight up arrested her? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe.
The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, and thus she was parked in B block.
30 feet, so that's like 10 meters?
Thank you. So, you witnessed the murder from here? I would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! A cop-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away?
Then she mentioned the muffler on arrest? Why?
She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
9 feet, that's like 3 meters? Thank you, Nordlet.
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean. By phone, Do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see?
No, the court doesn't see, mister.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall.
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? Should of course add this to your testimony.
Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
And a cell phone updated in the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. She tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen closely, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket.
And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
And then I boldly grabbed her arm. The chief prosecutor hung up the phone.
And you saw her doing this.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Goddamn slug emote. That shot is so...
Women.
Okay, the chief prosecutor made to escape. Now, I don't see how... That was like a... Sorry, I was zoning out fully for a second there. There's like a thing in the way, right? There's a petition. She can't have seen this. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Get him, Phoenix! Pursuit, baby. Order. Order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Unless you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw, where she saw it. It should be where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Phoenix! Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the criminal? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. Maisie, hi! It's going... Okay, now I've got one penalty, and I'm nervous about this part, because I'm always really bad at this. Was she in the security room? She has a security room boyfriend, and she'd have a clear view of it from here, and crucially, she wouldn't be able to see the actual murder. No, but she took the photo. But I want to access the... Where on earth did she take the photo from? Did someone else take the photo? Huh? But she must have been, if she saw her use the telephone, maybe she stabbed here and then went around to the security room and then detained her from there? Is that possible? She was selling lunch to her boyfriend, so she had to be in the security room. No. This is the only place where she could have been. Yeah! Thank God. Okay. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room is the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, mister? How many years have I been getting the better of men? I think that the tables could be turned. Say, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order! Order! Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. Miss Star is making a big mistake. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't it strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. Emma! Emma, my beloved. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. What? What would change? Angle of view to the crime, distance to the crime, difference in lighting. It should be... The only mention of perjury in the OG trilogy. There aren't consequences to your actions here. What would change? The angle does change. I think it's this one. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky.
Well, witness?
You.
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
That is rubber bands. Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with my fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes.
Would you look at that?
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright,
You have to do something! Do I have any evidence to stop this? I must. I must have some evidence. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you'd like it al dente.
I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
I do not know what I'm doing, but I must object. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was hoping to come up with an objection while I was objecting. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene.
Hey,
Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
cooking facts from Phoenix. Pasta only takes 5 minutes. You know, if you try hard enough, you can caramelize onions in 3 minutes. And then you can have it with your pasta. Phoenix is so... Okay, so the cookies, it says on the package that they'll take 10 minutes to cook at 180 degrees. So why don't I cook them at 360 for 5 minutes? I'm gonna harness the power of the fucking sun to make cookies. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. You can cook anything with 5 minutes with some simple math, and if you're speedy enough, exactly. You just have to will it really hard.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright!
That was too close.
I'm afraid that the cop-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
No. Angel.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
The sound effect!
Oh, a triple-decker.
This is making me want bento so bad. Any bento places in my city awake at what, 9:44 p.m.?
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony.
You are incompetent. You are a nightmare. The evidence that is always decisive in the Ace Attorney game? Yes.
Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the lunchline motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? She just bribed the judge? She just bribed the judge. I
should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe.
Try lunchtime for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the true rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
have we ever respected this at any point ever?
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. The true rule of law is what only applies in this case, and none of the others. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Victim shoe added to the court record. White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
There's only 2 laws and you don't know them?
Yeah. Moron's got a moron.
Decisive evidence. Okay.
Welcome back from dinner, ramen.
The matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood. Match that of the defendant, Lana Skye. This is pretty solid. Although, tell me what this means.
Yeah, I gave them all little icons. I hope you like them.
Phoenix nervously flirting with his pockets full of evidence with his fingerprints all over them. Yeah, evidence that have not been approved by the police department even a little bit. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright.
Some, like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
Yes! Yes, there's a problem.
If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes.
You're still young, rookie.
I'd give you a peppered fish cut now.
But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Can I examine it? Yes, okay. Now, isn't that interesting? Ah, there's blood here too! On the sole of the shoe? It's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh, this blood! It's horrible! This blood might be an important clue. Yeah, mate, what's it doing on the bottom?
This blood, it's my sister's, right?
It appears so. Anna's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis.
Okay. Despite Angel mocking us throughout this entire trial, I can't even bring myself to be mad at her. She's too much of a girl boss. Yeah, woman too pretty. Too pretty and too cool.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Ah, that'll be the blood on the base. Please, please let that be the blood on the base. Yeah! I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Yuri made a good one. My only thoughts on Angel is my slug reaction.
Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? If we look at the crime scene photo, I don't recall seeing any blood. Is that enough? Okay, well I don't have anything else that's gonna do it, so it must be this. The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Get him, Phoenix!
Order! Order!
Order! Roll witness.
What? Huh? Keep going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
What? You think you're some kind of detective? I see. Now I get it. Get what? A witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. to erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Have you guys ever tried to... everyone in this courtroom is a man. Objection indeed. What? Do you have any idea how heavy an oil drum full of water is? Yeah! Only the tiny women ever do a be hot, sell lunch, be bisexual, and lie. Yeah, and I love them for it.
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale sign.
Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was her. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Hold it.
Hold it. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Wow. I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Mummy's mad. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait. Witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Finessing the witness. Go, Emma, go.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cop-up queen. Look at this.
A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest. The white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway.
Phoenix, no! Believe in yourself.
I'm sorry, Mia.
Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt, take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. Mia!
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Alright, what have we got? Oh, we don't even have it in the record. Okay, never mind. You're in the afterlife. Not this shit again. Get him, Phoenix! Good boy. Your Honor, wait!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdict in peace anymore?
No, we need the drama.
Whatever it is, can it wait?
I miss her so much. Mia, Mia, Mia.
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
I would love to... Is it this? Why did the music just get weird? Is it the muffler? Is it... It has to be, right? He's been stabbed. His shoes come off for some reason. God fucking knows why. Whatever, that's all fine. I suppose it has to be a muffler. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see.
Pipe.
What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The judge is too boomer to know about cars' mufflers. He was around long before motor vehicles. Sorry, mister, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Muffler. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Muffler. Ugh. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! You fucking killed her, Phoenix. You murdered her. It's funny because they made the judge a dunce so they could explain things, but in DGS the person they made clueless to exposition was just Ryunosuke. Yeah, but it's cute on Ryunosuke.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Amogus? Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law.
You...
Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Ooh, that was close. I mean, at least Ryunosuke sometimes is not a dunce while judges are dunce 24/7. Yeah. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? To be continued. Alright, we made it. Okay. Trial former complete. And then we have to do trial letter. How long is trial letter? I don't feel like it's that long. I'm feeling kind of sleepy, so I don't want to do too long of a stream, but I think we can get through the next part. Also, Ryu doesn't make judgments on people's lives for the job. That's a really good point. Okay. February 23, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials
Always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Theme. Yeah, theme.
Theme! Leo is allowed to be a nosy bitch. Good for him.
They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tonight. Locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Ain't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre?
Hydrate! Okay. Thank you, Tiki, and stretch. I will do it.
Wait, I forgot to read that last one. There's no history. I'm sorry. It's gone forever.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now don't that just beetle? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
He also hydrated. We are matching. What?
At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon.
What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
Gee, so we've got a missing piece of fabric and a piece of fabric in the car. I wonder.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee.
Huh? Huh? February 23, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
I'd like to resume.
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
What? Miles? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Oh, this'll be... Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Blood ratio plus your shitting plus cringe prosecutor. Excuse me? Knock knock.
Who's that?
Orange. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. His theme is also cool.
Orange. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Who on earth is he?
Ah, it's you.
If it wasn't for the orangeness, he would be kind of a dilf. Look at him! He's lovable! He's lovable! Oh, heh. Sorry I'm late, Ochi. Words were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, hey Ochi? How you been? Swim much these days?
Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy swizzy, Archie, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Maisie is the only valid person here, including myself. I'll call it there's one sprite in particular that is really cute.
Archie seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? You should probably know that, Phoenix. Aha! So you're a writer and the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
He's got eyelashes. Prefer edgy over worthy? I think they're both fun.
Name's Gant.
Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Wow, it's Flabby here. Look at the poor fellow.
I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's... It's kind of cute, but morally I cannot be attracted to him. It's fine. Just cause ACAB.
My sister's muffler.
So Mr. wasn't just seeing things.
When the crime occurred, Miss Guy really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. This bright! Come on! He's charming! Look at him go! He looks really cute here. Still frights. Muffler and a muffler.
On little Worthy's car, no less.
Look at his... Look at his... Oh, the sprite changed. Look at his boobs.
It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Oh my god.
Chief? What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait.
Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. I'm less attracted to him right now.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Bonk, no Gant simping. Yeah, okay. Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it! Okay, what? Once again, I do not have control. If you had just pressed one in the other direction, we would be there. Okay. Am I allowed now? Are we good? I want to know, what does this tag say? Where is it? Prohibit best Ah yes, 567S, that's the one. Hello?
Don't scare me like that!
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And the stark red stain. Blood?
Switchblade knife added to the court record. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife?
Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really.
Department in disorder.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation.
Oh, it's a tie! Oh, that is cool.
A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess!
The time of the crime?
5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
Oh! Oh! Okay, I just remembered how that works.
There was a murder at the police department. A detective.
That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet. But wait a second, you said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Who got killed? We don't know that.
Water. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation.
Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Getting very paranoid? Nothing's amiss, don't worry about it.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
That was, okay, yeah, intricacies. The intricacies. I still do not have anywhere near all of it, but I do recall what this is about.
Keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Okay. I am immediately going to, try and talk about the other case.
Knife is special, but I can't say how here unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
Alright. Now, I don't appear to be able to examine this properly. But I should be good to just present it. Yeah! Wait a second. Ah, at last. An honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
Honest to goodness, what do you mean for Mudgy? This is great. So many teeth. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SO92.
This is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 divided by 2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up, but turn it around and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SO9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag.
The upside down of the upside down piece of paper! The back of the front.
Water. Well, Chief?
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, writer. I win?
What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay.
it was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigation. That's because of the evidence dooflucky. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Wow, that was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, writer? I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case? Oh, good one! This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Shoot. Okay. What do I want? We know when the victim died. We can grab from the knife that they were stabbed. We know that they were found at the police department, but maybe we can get more specific? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that.
The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
His knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Welcome back, dear. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. Case of PTSD. Ah! With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Yeah, we're in the second portion of the trial. Caught in speedrun. Okay, it's not officially linked to this case. We can't tell us about it. Everyone's recollections of SL9 slowly coming back to them. Baby. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Beef bowl? Yum. I had rice bowl with beef for dinner last night. And I'll have it for dinner again after the stream. Now I want pizza. I haven't had pizza in so long. Maybe I should make pizza tomorrow. Yes, rice! I really wanted some bok choy to put in it, but they were all sold out. So it was a little bit sad, but that's okay. I had other stuff. You don't say. All out with it, writer? What's your connection? Handmade Chinese dumplings? Love that. I miss making dumplings. Sometimes we make them all together as little roommates. Favorite pizza place? I haven't had pizza in so long. Who does the cheesy crust? I like them. I like to get my little pepperoni pizza with like the stuffed cheese crust. That's like the dream.
Yeah, start with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. Pizza Hut? Then it's Pizza Hut. I don't think it's Domino's, and there's not really... All the other, like, pizza branches in Australia are indie. The family is Northern Chinese, so we make dumplings by hand so often. Love that! I miss dumplings. I haven't had gyoza in a while either. We got Sushi Train the other day. It was really good. It was from my favorite sushi chain place. And it was so tasty! And I got to have takoyaki and karaage. My favorite. So many good pizza places here in the TH. Love that! What I found in the lot was stolen. From the police department's evidence room. I grew up in Chicago, so the idea of someone actually liking Pizza Hut pizza is painful. It's tasty! Just because it's not like pizza, it's still good. There's also the possibility that our Pizza Huts are different. But yeah, whenever Americans talk about pizza, I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
There's so many like, no, it has to be deep dish, no, it has to be Brooklyn style, no, it has to be New York style. Like, what? Huh? Huh? Pizza is pizza. Pizza is pizza. Where am I? Miles! Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
Bad pizza is so tasty pizza, but good pizza is transcendent? I guess. My favorite pizza is when the cheese is on the dough and there's sauce. Yeah! And the cheese is under the sauce. It's under the sauce. Why was the cheese under the sauce? See, that's another weird American pizza thing. Who does that? Put the cheese on top. I'm gonna lie, I kinda wanna try durian pizza given the chance. Interesting. I don't think I like durians. It's been a really long time since I've had one. I think I recall not liking them. I miss tropical fruits so bad. I want mangosteens. I want rambutan. I want black sapote. Oh my god, I want black sapote so bad. I want carambola. Tropical fruits, my beloved. I want fresh fucking coconuts, goddammit. Yes, please give me the rambutan. Durian is such an acquired taste, but I love it. It's strong, for sure. There are so many fruits that I haven't tried that I want to try. I don't think I've ever eaten a pomegranate. I am taking them. Thank you. That's the thing, New Yorkers just don't think Chicago style is pizza. You were saying... So what's a Chicago style pizza? What makes it special? Why isn't it a pizza? It's got dough. It's got cheese, hopefully, unless you're lactose intolerant, in which case maybe it has something else. It's got sauce. Pizza is pizza! Style is just thin crust. I think thin crust is good, except when you get like the really doughy soft crust. That's why I like the stuffed crust Pizza Hut ones. They're good. They're poggers. Where are we? Phoenix! And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Pizza disco's music. Yeah, this feels like you could make it into like a, an objection.lol. Thin crust? I thought New York style was like puffy, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything. Chicago style is deep dish with sauce on top. People say that. Americans talk about pizza and they're like, deep dish. What does that mean? Is the pizza not cooked on a tray? I don't understand. Sauce on top, tons of cheese and toppings between the bottom crust and cheese. I see. Okay, so the sauce on top, so the one in the Vine? Where am I? In the TikTok, that's a Chicago style pizza. Okay.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
It's cooked in what's more similar to a shallow round bread pan. How does that change things? Does it change the crust? Like cooking a pie! I don't like the appeal of deep dish, it's just too much sauce. A bread bowl filled with sauce and cheese, yeah.
You do make a good pie. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Yes, we do make a good pair. We are partners. Chief.
I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
You do make a good pair, live GAN reaction.
I would have guessed. Today's stream summary: women, the slug, Shomes, and pizza. That's the one. Okay, hang on. Alright, hang on. Chicago style pizza. Images. Oh my fucking god, what is that? That's a pie. I'm with the New Yorkers on this. This looks pog as hell. This looks so tasty. This looks great. This looks delicious. This is like a pizza pie, which is already something else.
But it's closer to a pie than a pizza. It's just a pie that's pretending to be a pizza. Or maybe it's a pizza that's pretending to be a pie. Okay, right? It's where I haven't just picked like the most pie-ish image either. They all look like that. I would like to eat it, don't get me wrong. This looks delicious. But this is not a pizza. This is a pie. Mauricio, I like a big pizza pie that's amore. Pizza and pie love child. Where's the Pizza Hut cheesy stuffed crust? See, this? I mean, this is so much grease, but this is what I'm about, right? I love how soft the crust always is. Has anyone made a pizza cake before? I'm sure they have. I'm also sure they've made cake pizzas. Music again fitting. What have we got here? This looks really good. I would like to eat it. I wonder if there's Chicago-style pizza places around here. Pizza birthday cake. Pizza cake. Okay. I've got some horrific things for you guys. Thoughts? Thoughts from the chat? No, these are really bad. Pizza cake! This is what you wanted, right? We do have the like other side of the spectrum, which is a cake pretending to be a pizza. Which is weird. I don't think that sweet foods should look like savory foods, but I think I would rather eat this than this. Well, this does look, I mean, this is unhealthy as hell, but it does look really good, right? Lasagna pizza! Claudio just rolling in cash right now. This is a bit horrific. What? I think all of these would taste really good. I'm just not convinced that I want to eat any of them. This one would probably be better to eat than this one, because this one is so bloated. But that is just a lasagna at that point. That's just a pepperoni lasagna. I'll need to have pizza cake on my birthday. Okay. Anyway. We're playing a video game. We're playing a video game. What finds the pizza cake milky? I would say you'd not get an accurate Chicago-style pizza where you are, just because it's most likely they just give you a regular deep dish. Possible. I think there are places that do like... Okay, so now I have to Google... Chicago... Pizza... Melbourne. Reddit, r/Melbourne. This is a common request and the answer basically boils down to make it yourself or buy a quiche, as no restaurant in Melbourne and surrounds actually make it. Actually, this place makes it, but that was from 5 years ago, so maybe they've closed down by now. Okay. The two major Chicago chains, Lou Malnati's and Giordano's, ship their pizza frozen, but I don't know if they ship international. All due respect, but I don't know if I'd want to eat pizza that's been shipped to me from America. This is what Ace Attorney is all about. This is why I'm going to do more art streams, because it's so... I feel like there's no narrative to get through, you know? Go eat and show your food level. Giordano's? No problem. I do really want pizza now. God, this cake is so good! I want bento box, and I want dumplings, and I want pizza. They pack it with dry ice? That's impressive. I will order some pizza, definitely. I might as well. We'll see how my bank account's looking. Banal sushi? Love that. Okay. Damon Gant. Bastard man. Let's go. Let's go! I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. Thank you, dear, and we'll drink some water.
Compressing my dumplings into megabytes and sending them over the internet right now? Yum! Bits dish. Thank you, ramen. Thank you, dear.
One at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! What was it doing there?
I'd better check this knife out. This knife has evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
Got it delivered from Chicago sometimes because I live like 12 hours away now and every Chicago-style pizza place here just serves normal deep dish and call it Chicago-style. I respect it. I feel like I live a little further than 12 hours from Chicago. That's the only problem I have here.
Alright, anyway. Where am I?
It's bad day for the department. We want to name the ship to do any investigation.
Detective was killed at the police department. What a mess. 5:15 story coincidence. Corporate, but I can't recall the name of the victim at the department. Okay. So what can you reveal?
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Ah! Wow, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Yeah, I can't imagine they have international shipping set up. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him.
We should be able to prove what we need with the ID number, I believe.
Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not.
You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189.
Wow, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
8, 2...
I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Get him, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does.
I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Ah, why'd you call the way? 5842189. Witness?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just... I got confused.
And this is news.
Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
He's a schoolgirl!
Phoenix hesitating. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives, murdered at one time.
Just come out!
Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Uh-huh. Is it yours?
Phoenix Wright is anime girl coded? Yeah, that's why he's always running late to
Lawyer town.
He rides his little bike, and his hair goes back, and he probably eats toast on the way. That's what I'm getting at. Running late to court. Thank you. Forgot the name for the place where we are. So is we, but at an even higher degree. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember?
This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, writer.
Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And? This means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right.
again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. Finishing each other's sentences? The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Whoa! Sharp as a tack, right? Or sharp as a tack.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location.
Yeah, that's right.
Order. Chief, what does this mean?
No! What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Yeah, just wait a second, Robbie. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said wait. Oh, didn't you hear me?
Scary.
The oversight? The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday.
Oh, Miles. Oh, Miles. Oh, Miles. This entire case is just Edgeworth getting a taste of his own updated autopsy report. Yeah. Oh, Miles. He told you to check the paper.
I believe it was our Officer Meekins who broke the news.
Sure that they sent Meekins on purpose, though, as opposed to, like, someone competent. Officer Meekins.
Mr. Riot, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Excuse me, is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir! You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Scary.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy?
What?
Now what was the second rule of evidence law,
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule irrelevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
Well, I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. There's no proof that Phoenix graduated law school. No, I think in theory, there's something about being a licensed attorney. I really do think he just sat down and passed the bar. No studying needed. No, I don't really think that. I think it's funny though. Mia's still Phoenix about she's never gone to law school. Yeah, when he was told Emma that, like, no one could steal his badge because it has the names on it and it couldn't, like, no one could pretend to have... Where are my words? He said to Emma earlier that he couldn't just loan the badge to someone else because they'd be found out immediately, but that was a red herring. That was him trying very hard to throw her off the scent of the fact that he was very much just loaned a badge. He's homeschooled.
The connection was just proven by Ryder over here. Good job, Ryder, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job.
No.
No! Oh, Miles, your arrogance.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edward, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time. Really.
Oh, he will.
You have my profound apologies. Duh.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgware?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
To be continued. Okay, we made it through the whole first day. Pogging. I would like to save my progress. Okay. We've still got a fair bit to go, but that's okay. Like I said before, getting kind of sleepy, don't want to go too long. It's been like 3.5 hours, that's decent. So I think we'll call it here. Let me have a look and see who is on Twitch right now. I think we are stopping. We'll save the investigations portion for next time. Thank you for the head pat! Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you, Ramen. And Cheeky. Oh my gosh, both of you. Good night. Sleep well. Let me look around for people. Who have we got? You know, I'm feeling kind of sleepy. I really like raiding, but, you know, you stick around, you talk to them for a little bit. I'm feeling a little socially drained, so we might just call it with no raid. Alright, thank you guys! I love the contrast between your DGS streams, which is like over 6 hours. Yeah, when I want to know what... See, if I had been playing DGS by myself, I think I would have finished the game in like 2 days. I think I would have just like not slept. But with Ace Attorney, I know what's coming, so I don't have the same drive to push through all the time. You know, I don't need to find out what's about to happen. DGS brain rot real. Okay, anyway, good night. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys on Saturday for the second day of Rise from the Ashes. All right, bye. I love you. Bye.